bored. Winter's Day is back in Guild Wars 2, hooray, and I can't PvP, and I can't do the musical Guitar Hero bell choir thing they've got set up. The jumping puzzle, much as an enthusiast as I am for jumping puzzles, is fucking impossible because, like, you have to get to here, 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 and you can't stop. And it's like jump, 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 and I hate timed jumping puzzles. Like, just I can't do them. I don't work well when I work fast. I remember in 2002 when I had my first paying job. Well, you know, where I had a monthly check or whatever it is, and my boss would encourage me to work faster, so okay, I'd work faster, but then he'd start complaining that I was messing up, and I said, well, when I work faster, I mess up. And he's like, okay, slow down and do it correctly the first time. I was like, that's what I was trying to do, and then he told me to go faster. All right, slow down, just get it done right. Okay, I will. And then he's like, well, you're not going fast enough, so you need to go faster. Okay, I'll speed up and go faster, but I'm going to screw up. So I sped up and I started screwing up. Well, what are you doing? You're making all these mistakes. You need to slow down. So I was like, yeah, I can't go this fast. So yeah, jumping puzzles like that, just not good. This is also why I'm not good at PvP. You know, I've been playing MechWarrior Online for almost 9 months now, on and off for about 9 months now, and it sucks to no end. There have been so many good matches, and actually really crappy matches that I would love to be able to record. And I can't. It's not because I suck as a player, although I do kind of suck as a player. Well, no, I don't. It's actually a team effort kind of game. The problem is 11 out of the 12 players on my team usually suck like hell, so it doesn't matter how well I play, they all suck. That's like, no matter how much you scream and berate them, and, you know, you try to help them out, go to this position, don't target that body piece, they just go off and do their own. I'm bored. So, yeah. Hey, but you need to go get a job. Well, yeah, I do need to get a job. Although that Asperger's syndrome certainly doesn't help matters any. So, neither does the depression, so. So what better way to kill time than to edit some videos? Because, why not? Was that, Lupin Ranger v. Pato Ranger video long enough for you guys? What was that, hour and a half? A little over? Just crossed 2,000 views. Yay! 2,000 views on one of my videos. Woohoo! Oddly only has 20 likes. 21 likes. Thereabouts. Strange. So I've got some shit lying around, and, actually, I've had boxes sitting around unopened for years. But I think I'll just cover a couple of the more recent ones they got. This one, for example, I got about 6 months ago. I mentioned that I had it, but I haven't opened it yet. So I'm bored. Why not? And guess who forgot their scissors again? Yay. It's weird. It was taped and then it was double taped. Gosh, I can't remember the last time I opened a transformer off of a card. Well, other than Rapido a couple months ago. But that was G1. Or, I'm sorry, that was G2. I like playing MechWarrior Online. The problem is that if you get stuck with stupid teammates, then all the effort that you put forward means nothing. Not that the tier system means much of anything in that game either. Tier system's pretty damn stupid. But that being said, this brand new non-canon, what do they call it? The Sun Spider. 70-ton clan mech. It looks neat. I'm not a big fan of mechs that aren't. I prefer symmetrical zombie mechs. But that being said, that Sun Spider does look kind of impressive. But that being said, why would I invest, was it $60, $70 in that mech if I'm not even going to use it? I mean, I like the game because I like Battletech. I like the MechWarrior titles. Yes, I am aware of MechWarrior 5. It's similar, though not identical, to what I had to go through in SDGO. God, I still miss that game. I mean, it was bittersweet, but I still liked playing it. You know, I wouldn't have stayed with it throughout the entire run of the game, with the sole exception of the beta, which I missed. I wouldn't have stuck through SDGO if I hadn't liked a lot of what the game was trying to do. I didn't agree with all the decisions they had, but parts of the problems were the balance went to hell after 2013, and the player base was filled with nothing but trolls and asshats the whole time. And then I get accused of being a salty asshole on MechWarrior Online. It's like, wait a minute, I'm trying to offer you guys advice, and I'm trying to direct you in the right directions. You're the ones who are running MechWarrior Online does not support heroes. They have hero mechs, but not hero players. You cannot solo an entire team of 12. That doesn't happen. So there are no heroes in that game. Teamwork is essential. Y'all move together, y'all fire at the same target. Those are the two core rules. Everybody shoots at the same target, and everybody stay together. You move as a group, y'all shoot at the same target. It's so easy. So how is it that for 9 months I continue to struggle with people not doing their part? It's so easy. How can you fuck that up? Wait, these are the instructions? Okay, Hasbro, some poses may require additional support. Huh? Okay, Hasbro, why would you do a gray figure across a black background and then highlight with red? What kind of emo idiots are you over there? Just white background and photographs, you know, or CGI CAD models, whatever it is. Kind of strange. A couple of years ago, I was liking the fact that they were using actual photographs of the actual prototype models in the studio. They'd do a photograph and then they'd move it and then they'd highlight it with a highlighter pen or whatever, digital highlighter pen. That was cool. I like that. What's this, oh, we have to look stylish thing? Anybody here ever played Space Engineers? How do you feel about that? I've been hearing good and bad about it. I've been told, and I've heard that it's a smart version of Minecraft. I played Minecraft for about a year and then I got bored with it. Not to say that Minecraft offered anything bad, just got bored with it. I don't exactly flourish in a sandbox game. Because you make up your own rules, you do whatever you like, and it just kind of, My first Titans Returns figure. It's Hardhead. Oh wow. The Titan Master's head is a ball joint. Holy crap. That's so tiny. How did they get away with that? Like, you thought Micromasters were tiny. Now, I understand I'm about 12 months late in discovering this, but this is my first experience with Titans Returns. Kind of sucks I had to wait until December to do it. I have the, everybody remember Generations Onslaught? Well, I've got the repaint of that, which is Hardhead. So, you know, it's this guy, just for a different generation. And there goes the friction on the ball joint. Wow, never knew what I had till I lost it. So am I supposed to flip the entire cockpit assembly up? Hey look, Ma, it's a nightmare frame because it has the cockpit hanging out very awkwardly on the back. There's no escape system, I'd like to note. Maybe I'm doing it wrong. Maybe if you looked at the instructions, Ava. Oh, I know. Oh, that folded up a lot farther than I thought it would. Okay. Come on, work with me. There we go. Now we've got a proper over-the-shoulder cannon assembly. And that ball joint is just nothing. how many Autobot symbols does he need? Gosh, I haven't picked up a legitimate, now that I think about it, I haven't picked up a legitimate Transformer figure in quite some time. What was the last one? Convoy Mode Ava. Let's see. What was the last Transformer I picked up? And actually opened, I should clarify. Rifle can go up there for double gun power. Yeah, I'll make him left-handed because he's got a big cannon on his right side. I also haven't picked up a deluxe figure in quite a while. Or what class are these called nowadays? Yeah, it's deluxe. I think they called them warrior class for a short time there. I was buying deluxes back in the day when they actually were deluxe sized, as opposed to oversized legends like they are nowadays. So here is Hardhead. 4 or 5 months later from when I purchased it, and about a year from when it came out, I think. Not much friction in these joints though. And the ball joint in the head is gone like instantly. Remember that Revoltech Wally that I spoke about in one of my more recent videos? I'm worried the exact same thing's going to happen here again, and I don't want the exact same thing to happen again. I just don't. Still, it looks nice. Why would they make those wheels transparent orange? They stick out like a sore thumb. Let's see if my transformationist skills have survived Super Sentai. After all, Transformers are proper puzzles. You guys totally can't see what I'm doing. I apologize. Let's see. I feel like there's a panel that's supposed to pop up. Oh, here we go. Yeah, crotch panel. Okay. What does that do? I don't know. It just flattens them out a bit more. Huh. Okay. Ava, did you know that the full catalog has come out for Patrol Ranger, Lupin Ranger? Yeah. I mean, was Bandai not going to release it? The catalog came out as the video was being uploaded, so it's like, 8 hours later, what am I supposed to do about it? Of course it's going to come out. But I was satisfied to know that the vast majority of things that I predicted, and that I just guessed at because I'm a transformationist, actually came true. So, I kind of figured it out before we actually saw the full catalog. The only thing I could tell that I didn't figure out is the two new accessory vehicles. One's a motorcycle and one's a VTOL another VTOL aircraft. I couldn't predict what those were going to look like. One's a motorcycle, okay, and the other's a green VTOL. Well, you had the yellow dial fighter, so I mean, yeah. So I thought I said in the video, oh, it's just going to be a repaint. Well, it turns out it's not. So okay, whatever, it wasn't a repaint. But the other thing I couldn't have predicted is that apparently the Pato Rangers are going to be able to merge the colors. Like, I don't know how it's going to happen, but apparently green and pink are going to be able to merge with the yellow Pato Rangers somehow. Is it Pato Ichigo? Pato Ren Ichigo, something like that? So anyways, I didn't predict that that was going to happen because it wasn't in the photos. And I usually don't pay attention to stuff like that anyways, so whatever. And let's put his arms up, make him look like he's actually controlling something. So tiny, good lord. Like a Micromaster used to be like the size of your little finger. These are like half the size of your little finger. Creepy. And as a result of this, you end up losing the ball joint in the head of the Titan Master. So what is this for? I guess it's a second seat for little, what's his name? I don't know his name. What's his name? Furos? I'm under the impression they tried to say Fusro Da, but like it came out weird. Never played that game, don't plan to, don't care. Kinda wish the gun had like plugged into the, which leg? The left leg here. Kinda wish it plugged into the left leg, but oh well. I can live with this. And it's just a giant artillery piece, rolling artillery piece, and I like it. Yay. I don't have many tanks. This guy will go well with Generations. What's his name? I can't think of his name. Captions will cover me. But yes, I do have it. And did I cover it for Collection DX? I don't remember anymore. And I did it without the instructions, which, even if I had tried to read the instructions, I doubt very much I've been able to understand any of them, because when the figure is the same color, or when the drawing is the same color as the background, you're not going to get very far with it, so don't care. What is this? Some poses may require additional support. What does that mean? Some poses may require additional support. Huh? So are Hasbro and Takara, are they suddenly releasing display stands? Like officially licensed display stands? I don't know. Some poses may require additional support. What? What is it even? On the flip side, I'm pleased to see that my transformation skills haven't been eroded away by the amount of stupid and simple that comes out of Super Sentai in the last 10, 12 years. Collector card, don't care. It's just going to sit on there. And I've got a nice little shelving unit that, actually, correction, I have a nice little drawer unit. Pull it open, stick them in there, close it up, and completely forget I even have it. What is that guy called? It's driving me nuts. What's that thing called? This guy. What's this guy called? This isn't hard head, that's hard head, but I can't think of what this guy's called. I'm blanking so hard. Oh, by the way, if you can ever get your hands on one of these things, absolutely do it. He's another little H-Tank. By the way, H-Tank, although that doesn't really do the H-Tank thing. Ah, what's this called? I don't know. I don't remember. But it is an awesome little toy. So I've got this. Let's see. Tanks. What have I got? Aha! Here we go. Can't forget this guy. Is this Reveal the Shield or Hunt for the Decepticons Hailstorm? God, I love this guy. This is one of my favorite Transformers ever. You know that question that comes up, people will ask you, if you could imagine yourself as a Transformer, which one would you be? I could totally imagine myself being this guy, because I'm very much a Missile Mech fan, and there's a bit of brutality, but I'm scared of even scratching my skin, so like, I'm totally up with this guy. I love Hailstorm. I imagine myself, I am Hailstorm. Here's the other hard head that I was talking about, his Generations hard head. Do these fold all the way down? Yeah, they do. I forgot. Oh, I need to take the battery out of this. Where's the button? There's the button. Well, they still work. That's good. But yeah, I've got Hardhead. Proof I've got it. This is one of the very, very few Legends class. I want to say this is a Legends class figure, but I can't remember. Is this Guzzler? Guzzle? I can't. From, I think this is from Dark of the Moon. Yeah, this is from Dark of the Moon. Dark of the Moon Guzzler. So I've got him. This is one of the very few Legends class figures I've got. So it's kind of neat. I like him. He can't beat Hailstorm, but okay, whatever. I've got it. And obviously I have Bayformers 1 Leader Class Brawl because I reviewed it for CDX. Yeah, I think that's about it. Oh! Speaking of tanks. Was it last week, I think? We learned that Hasbro and Takara are not reissuing, but they're making brand new figures at different scales of characters from the earlier Bayformers films. So we're getting a brand new version of Barricade in Deluxe Class, who looks a ton more screen accurate than the original Deluxe version did. You know, they've had 10 years to figure out how to make Bayformers work. So Barricade's getting a Deluxe Barricade is getting a very necessary Deluxe Class upgrade. So I want to get that. And it's either Voyager or Leader Class. I don't remember which, but I think they're making a brand new Leader Class, what's it called? Brawl. In the movie it was called Devastator, but fuck what the movie says. It's a brand new Leader Class Decepticon Brawl. And yeah, it looks amazing, and yes, I want to get it. Who else? Oh, Blackout! Blackout's getting a brand new Leader Class figure. So he's going to be standing, you know, about that tall at Leader Class scale. It's going to be amazing. Actually, it'd be more like this. He should have been a Leader Class figure. He always should have been Leader Class, and yet for whatever reason they released it as a Voyager. Now, to be fair, at the time, only Optimus Prime and Megatron really deserve the Leader Class figures because, well, they're leaders, I guess. So to have somebody who is legitimately bigger than them have a larger scale figure than them, it would have been awesome, but it would have upset some people. So, but we're getting a Leader Class Blackout. Yes! And speaking of tanks, the whole reason I brought this up, we are getting unfortunately it's not Leader Class like I'd hoped it would. I wanted a Leader Class version of this guy. I wanted the original Leader Class version, but we're getting a Voyager Class Revenge of the Fallen Megatron, which is my favorite version of Bayformers Megatron. He looks great, but Ava, he's got such a shriveled up little arm, you know? He looks like this in the movie. He's got this huge wah in his right arm. Well, that's kind of the problem. If you actually watch the movie, and I feel sorry for you if you actually watch the movie, because, yeah. It's not that his left arm is really tiny. On the contrary, his left arm is normal sized and normal proportioned. Yeah, he's got some extra long fingers. So what? But Revenge of the Fallen Megatron's right arm is just bigger. So he does kind of come off a little quarterback, or how's that? Is it linebacker? I don't know my American football terminology, forgive me. So his right arm is big, but his left arm is normal sized. And that's the thing that a lot of people seem to mess up. Well, they mess it up because they don't care. Yeah, well, I do. So we're getting a brand new, I don't think it's a triple changer. I'm fairly certain it's not going to be a triple changer. It's just going to be the tank. But it is going to be a brand new figure, hopefully a lot more screen accurate version of Revenge of the Fallen Megatron. And oh yes, I want that. I want a third, you know what? You're not supposed to say this, you're not supposed to advocate for this, but I want one of the third parties to take that figure and then blow it up to Leader Class. If they do that, I will get that as well. I'll get the Hasbro version, and then I'll get the third-party version, because Hasbro wussed out and didn't make a Leader version. Correction, they did make a Leader version, and no, I don't want that. I didn't want, like, I got about this close. It's the same thing as saying I got this close to getting Movie 1 Leader Class Optimus Prime, and Then I found out about the Revenge of the Fallen version. I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm getting that version and screw that version. So, yeah, but, anyways, Leader Class Revenge of the Fallen Megatron. I got this close to getting it, but I just couldn't do it. It's not the Mech Alive, although that was part of the reason, but he was so blocky. I mean, Leader Class Megatron compared to the second Leader Class Optimus, if you put the two side by side, there's no competition. Optimus is far more complicated, but he's a lot more satisfying, especially for collectors. But that Leader Class Megatron was just And then you want me to turn around and get the Voyager class version. A, it's smaller. B, it looked nothing like that in tank mode. That had wings on the outside. That was totally wrong. To be fair, we don't have any really... Could somebody pull up some good pictures of Megatron's flight mode from Revenge of the Fallen? Whether it's a screen cap or not, it's really difficult to determine what the hell that thing looks like. So, I mean, it's a tank mode, obviously. So, but yeah, I'm gonna get all three of those figures, or correction, all four of those figures: Barricade, Brawl, Blackout, all starting with B's, and then Buster Megatron is what I was aiming for, and I said Busty. The fan art is real. So yeah, tanks. I'm not a huge Tank Former fan, but like, I like them. You know, I can live with it. Oh, that's what those little holes on the bottom are for. Alright. Alright. I guess Minicon ports are no longer acceptable. Now we have Titan Master ports. There's one on each tread. So, yay. And so, with that, this is AV Unit 4A saying I'm not done yet. So this is Armada Unicron. Is this Leader Class? Did they still call these Leader Class? It might have been Supreme Class at the time, I think. Because they hadn't said Titan Class yet. That had not happened yet. That was like, 10, 12 years in the future at that point. Well, it would have been 2004 when this came out, 2005-ish. I don't remember exactly. I got this secondhand, actually. And, actually most of these are Cybertron reissues. They're not the actual original. Although these three are. I actually worked my ass off to get these three on the top. But anyways, you'll notice there's something missing from Unicron, other than his head. Oh, that reminds me. I gotta take the batteries out of this. They're probably, those little cell batteries. I gotta take those out. There's something obviously a little missing here. So the dust is real. So give it up for Dead End, the self-professed moon with a gun. He's very small and round and unusual. I got this guy a couple of weeks ago, but why should I even bother making a video just for this guy? Whatever. But technically he exists, so I have to... I got Unicron from a guy who said that he had Dead End, but he never followed through, so, I already transformed it once, I just don't remember how to do it. It doesn't even have any eyes painted on, I just realized. Oh well. I've never been a big Minicon fan. They're cute and I like some of them, but I was never a big Minicon fan, whatever. So, here's Dead End's robot mode. Very non-threatening, although he's got a massive cannon for a right arm. I guess he's holding it in his hand, I can't tell. He doesn't really have hands. So anyways, yeah, I'd just like to acknowledge I finally have this guy. And we'll place this right on top. Is it supposed to swivel like this, or is it just all the friction on either the second-hand Unicron I got or the second-hand Dead End? Is it supposed to be able to turn that easily? I don't know. Gee, a ball turret that turns slowly and turns with hesitation, that's not going to help out the greatest villain who's ever been created in Transformers ever. So yeah, just acknowledging he's there and that I finally have it. So technically I've got a complete Armada Unicron. Yay. Of course, I fully intended to make a video that runs for an hour, hour and a half, whatever it is, just to bring you a deluxe class and a Minicon. That's totally worth an hour and a half. Why would it take you an hour and a half to do that? Well, I don't know how long it's going to take for me to do this, but actually I brought it up because I got this guy too, and I'm really happy because I actually had a chance to handle this guy originally. So there's a bit of nostalgia tied into this guy. Titan's Returns Voyager Broadside. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. I will take it. Actually, I got this guy just before Thanksgiving. And here it is, what is this, December 14th-ish? So, yeah, I've got a broadside now. Yes! Oh my gosh. Oh, these have got to be, are these the, aerial bots? I think these are aerial bots. These might be aerial bots. I'm pretty sure these are aerial bots. Let me just get them out of there. Those are some tiny ass aerial bots, and dare I say this whole thing's been painted? Why would they paint this? Because we're too cheap to actually make it in a white coloring. We have to. Oh god, it might be transparent blue. I think it's molded in transparent blue, and then they just painted it white, which is really cheap. And well, I guess that's why they did it, because it's cheap. I don't know why they would do that, and just mold it in white. Problem solved. Won't have the paint gumming up the details, which obviously are here. Yes, I would like to get the Combiner Wars, oh, by the way, these are the Combiner Wars figures, which came out before these did. So, you know, I'm glad these are here. But, yeah, I would like to get Combiner Wars Superion, but, actually there's a lot of them I'd like to get, but can you still find them at the end of 2017? Other than, you know, from, what would you call them? What are those? The scalpers. That's what I'm thinking of. Scalpers and knockoffs, and I want to get the legitimate figures. Okay, why would you... Why would you put these panels on his inner thighs unless you wanted him to turn them outwards? Like, what? Is this what I'm supposed to do? Maybe you should read the instructions. What's this? Boy, he's got a whole thing here for... Oh, I've heard about these. They kind of enhance the, let's see, how does that work? Ah, okay. Yeah, they felt that for Voyager class figures, you know, having a deluxe class figure, having the deluxe sized Titan Master fitting onto a Voyager or later class would be kind of unreasonable. And so they did this thing where they added an enhancement to the, they had this kind of odd ear explosion that happens. You push up on it and then it makes the head slightly larger. Fair enough. Oh wow, an actual decal. Good grief. Which way do those legs go? That's confusing. Oh, okay, so why would they package weird? Oh, this guy's covered in those little Titan Master ports. A little one there, there's a little one there. What's this for? That is for nothing. The wrist could go in and out, but it can't turn like this. Definitely one of the bigger bots you'll ever encounter in Transformers. Even though it's a Voyager class figure, technically this guy should be the same size as like Metroplex or Fort Maximus, which I have lying around. Well, Fort Max is over there and Metroplex is over there, but I mean technically this guy should be, you know, he's a bloody aircraft carrier that turns into his own jet. Huh. You know, I think it would be awesome. It would just be awesome beyond belief. You know, here it is a year after it came out. I still haven't seen The Last Night or Age of Extinction. No spoilers, please. I'm a sucker for spoilers. Evangelion taught me that years ago. And I brought it up many times. But I would love to see, like, Broadside or Triptychon in a Bayformers movie. I think that would be awesome. Doesn't even have to be, like, Metroplex. You don't have to get a city involved. Just have really big... There was a... I want to say it was Revenge of the Fallen, the submarine that Megatron takes out when he's going to the surface after he's been resurrected. Apparently that submarine was supposed to be a transformer that he took out. That's why he hit it. He didn't care there were humans in it, but just he hit it because it was an Autobot that was caught unawares, and so he took it out on his way up. At least that's what at least as I understand it, that's how it works. Big hollow gun. Yeah. But anyways, they need to have, like, some big bots in Bayformers. And the is it Drinker or Driller Bot? I think it was Driller Bot. From Dark of the Moon, doesn't count. Oh, yeah, and there's Mr. Metal Balls himself, Devastator, which less said the better. I don't know, I thought Devastator was neat in Revenge of the Fallen. I thought it was neat, just, did you have to do the Metal Balls joke? Well, to be fair, there was a lot that went horribly wrong in that movie, so Devastator is just one example of this. I happen to like the giant vacuum maw that he had. You know, I liked it. Toys will say otherwise, but how many, in the movie, how many Constructicons make up Devastator? Because I count one for each leg, one, maybe two for the torso, for the full torso, one for the head, and then two for each arm. Am I wrong in that? I'm having a discussion about it with somebody else in a different YouTube video. So, like, can somebody clarify? Because I'd like some points. So one for each leg, one, maybe two for the torso, one for the head, and then two for each arm. Am I wrong about that? I don't know, that's what it looks like to me. Dinosaurs are all well and good, whatever, but we need to get, like, city scale, like not Metroplex and not like maybe Triptychon. Have Triptychon come down and instead of transforming into a robot, he transforms into the Godzilla wannabe, and then Toho Studios can go after him for defamation of character or copyright infringement. I don't know. No ratcheting on this figure. It's kind of sad when a Voyager class figure is so small that it doesn't have any ratcheting in it. It's disappointing from my perspective. Oh, it's not just that they added little antennas to either side, but they're actually missile launchers. They're missile launching turrets. Yes! Oh, that's so cool. Ah. I remember playing with this guy at a childhood friend's house many moons ago. And always wanting one. There were a lot of G1s I had the opportunity to play with, but just didn't get them. Fort Max, obviously. Anybody remember when Micromasters would just get a splooge of paint on their face, and then that was it? Regardless of whether it actually hit the eyes or the faceplate, it didn't matter. Yeah. You know, honestly, let's see. I've never looked at Titan Masters in person, so I've gotta check. Arms are different. Torsos are different. Thighs are different. Shins are different. Okay. So they actually didn't take the effort to make the figures actually different from each other. Oh, the heads. The heads are different. Oh, wow! Okay. They didn't paint his face on... What's this guy called? Blunderbuss? Yeah, Blunderbuss. They didn't paint up Blunderbuss, But then they did paint up Fusro Dao over here. Not only does his faceplate, not only did his mouth plate get painted, but his eyes are painted individually. Hello? What's going on here? I mean, don't get me wrong, it's impressive that they actually managed to get that painted up correctly. But that being said, why would you put so much effort into painting that but then not paint that? Or is this a case of, quality control, just one of the workers just decided not to paint it this time, and is that what this is? I don't know. I'm not going to throw accusations around, but it does make me wonder. Is that a freaking wolf? No, it'd be a coyote. What am I talking about? Oh, decals. Yikes. Ooh, decals. Oh, that's hard to look at. I appreciate they're trying to go for detail, but that being said, ooh, that's painful to look at. Take it back. Maybe that's an owl. Okay, good guess. That goes there. Cool. How am I supposed? Okay. Fingernails. I guess I gotta pull this up. In Revenge of the Fallen, they were thinking about doing Depth Charge as a character. Unfortunately, it fell by the wayside. I want to say Depth Charge was, his vehicle mode was based on a, oh, what was it? Like a Dutch stealth destroyer, something like that? I'm going to give him landing gear because I like the idea of him floating above the surface. The giant gun right in the middle of the flight deck. Then there were some aerial bots, which I'm probably never ever going to take off of there, so take off of there? No pun intended. Broadside vehicle mode, hooray! Here's an example of decals gone wrong. You're supposed to have a completely flat surface, untextured surface or whatever it is, so that the decal can adhere. But then they totally put the capture, or what are they called? The cables that they run across the deck, so that the aircraft will come down and catch them. And there's very obviously wrinkles that are on there. Lame. Like, you're either going to put a decal on it or not. I mean, come on. Wow, this heartburn is not going away. This is really unfortunate. I would love to have a leader or even a Titan class aircraft carrier that transforms into a robot. I mean, anybody else with me on this? Of course, you're supposed to totally ignore the sides. Even though he's called Broadside, well, he doesn't really look broadside. He doesn't stand up to his name, but that being said, And I know, like, what kind of sucks about this is that it's not even the side that bothers me, it's, well, he's just kind of stretched out there, so, ugh. This heartburn has not gone away. Gosh, he's just covered in these Titan Master ports, Titan Master pegs, all over the place. Good grief. And those pegs are painted over! Come on, Hasbro. Oh, okay. Didn't see that until I ruined my thumbnail. Come on. There we go. Stick that up like that. Place you. Are you seated or standing? I think you're standing. Now you've got knees, so use them. Thank you. Now we've got, what's it called? Blunderbuss. Driving the ship. Hooray. Ah, Good grief, what did I eat for lunch? What the hell? And they put a decal in a place that's off center with the joint that's now going to be crushing it. Oh, come on. And it covers up that peg hole. They couldn't have just, like, you know, considering the level of detail they put on the face, the face of, God, what's he called? Fusrod over there. That you tell me they couldn't have, like, just painted these white lines on? They couldn't have painted this yellow line on here? Really? No one cares if it's dot dash of yellow and white. No one's going to complain about that. Hell, most people won't even realize that it's actually separated like that. So anyways, as soon as I fold this panel over, it's going to crease this decal. Lame. And there's nothing I can do about it either. It's just going to destroy that decal. It's going to start peeling off a lot sooner. Really? Ew. Ew, really? Ew. Now I'm disappointed. Really? That's what you want me to... Wait, you want me to do that, but... I'm trying to look at the instructions. I can't even remember the last time I had a triple changer. Like, a dedicated figure all by itself that triple changes all by itself. Not one that has, you know, a vehicle or an animal mode that also transforms into a robot and then combines. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about a dedicated triple changer. I can't remember the last time I got one of those. That doesn't put plastic under pressure. No, not at all. But the legs are supposed to be separated? Lame. But on this picture, they're together. No, they're not. I lied. Plug the gun into his crotch. I really wish he would learn not to yell up the stairs like that. Especially now when I'm recording. He did that to me yesterday. I was recording something else. Really? That's what you want me to... I hadn't read any comments on what this looks like before or after, or, you know, I hadn't read any reviews on this. So I'm going into this blindly. Oh, wow, that's a hell of a paint chip right there. What color were you originally? Oh my god, I think it was black. No, it was originally blue! It was originally molded in blue, and then they painted it over silver, and then they painted that over red. Why not just mold it in red? You know? It's not the Minicon thing that drew me to it. I'm sorry, Titan Master. It's not the Titan Master, it's just... don't care. That's not the appeal of why I get these. I got it because it's a new figure of a figure that I never had from 25, 30 years ago. Maybe close to over 25 years ago when I had the chance to play around with this. But that being said, like, I don't know the original Broadside. I just, like, I remember him from back in the day, but I don't remember how detailed it was or stuff like that. But that being said, they've done, oops, my bad, I did that. But that being said, this is pretty weak. And it doesn't even peg solid into place, it just pegs into place. You know, Ava, you could have researched it. This was an impulse buy because I wanted Titans Returns figures, and I remember Broadside, so that's why I got it. So, yay me. I finally got one. Decals on the top of the wings, but then they also paint on here. And just for the heck of it, I'm going to flip that up, because why not? Again, Voyagers that have been shrunken down, they don't have ratcheting joints on them anywhere on here. The only ratcheting joints are for the these shoulder extenders that flip around. Those have ratchets on them, and well, they're not even ratchets. It's you know, they snap to every 45 degrees, but that's not a ratchet. Everything's just kind of randomly pegged into place. What's this? I don't know. Do I have to flip those around? No, I do not. So, yay. Where's the jet exhaust, by the way? Where are the engines? Yeah, it's kind of an important thing. Weak. Although, to be fair, jet formers, aircraft have always had this issue. With a few exceptions, they've always had this issue. One of those exceptions is actually over my shoulder there. Animated lug nut. He had undercarriage kibble, but the difference is it was so streamlined and smoothed out that, like, it didn't matter. Like, yeah, there's a crevice or two in there between his legs. Like, that's okay. That's allowed. But it just looked really nice when they did it. It's all streamlined. They figured out how to do it. As opposed to Voyager or Starsky. By the way, why wasn't there a leader class lug? Was it lug nut? Yeah, leader class lug nut. Why didn't? Have there been any third-party leader class lug nuts? Of animated lug nut, by the way. Should have been bigger. That was another figure I regret not getting. Was what's this? It's either a tolerance issue or there's a part of the transfer. No, that's a tolerance issue. Boo. Boo, I say. Yay. I've got him. Woohoo. No landing gear. I suppose that makes sense. He just rests on these 3 joints right here. So, oh yeah, how's that decal doing? It's ruined. Straight out of the box and already. Wait, what's this? Those are hands. Okay. It doesn't even really transform. You just kind of, you move a couple panels out of the way and then you just, like that. It doesn't really transform. But I suppose that's the difficulty of engineering you know, when you've been out of practice doing triple changers for so long, you know, something like this comes along and it's like, Yep, this guy's definitely going to be stored in vehicle mode. Definitely. Or I might just keep him in robot mode. Totally instructions you can't even follow along with. Bleh. And like I said, I'm just going to keep these guys on the tree because, like, A, I don't trust myself, and B, they're so insignificant. I'm just like, I'm going to keep them in the box. The next generation can play around with those when they inherit these. Assuming this thing survives the forest fire or the earthquake of, I don't want to jinx that. There's an earthquake fault about 3 miles away from here, so yeah, not even 3 miles away. Hey, but how do you sleep at night? Who says I sleep at night? I don't even remember the original Hardhead. Like, he's just kind of a green tank with black treads, and okay, I can live with that. And broadside, yay, I've got him. Alright, that's pretty much all I wanted to do. It's a good way to kill time. Now I'm going to go kill time putting all this shit away and editing the thing. Hopefully I can get it uploaded tonight. I'm not sure. And there's the Metroplex that I've been talking about for years, but, you know, do I actually have one or don't I? Yeah, I actually have one. There he is. And, let's see. Where's the other one? There's the original. Actually, that's a reissue. That's Generations 1 reissue Fort Max. So, yeah, I've got the biggest Transformer ever. I finally got one, and yay. And so with that, this is AV Unit Fry saying thanks for tuning in.